What's up, guys, and welcome back to some more Medieval Dynasty. We're back, baby. We've got an exciting day ahead of us, an exciting episode ahead of us. This is actually the final day of winter, and we're already most of the way through. It's already 3:46 p.m., so we're going to put in a little bit of extra work here at the very end. That's Wilburga right there. We've actually changed up her job, so if we take a look at our management here, you guys will see she's now a hunter. Now, if we go over to our hunting lodge, take a look at our details. Both Wilburga and Poznan are both max level on hunting. I figured we'd do that. I have them both set as hunters right now. Eventually, you could make them a gatherer. So hunters will get you meat and like leather and hides and stuff, and then gatherers will get you berries, mushrooms, and feathers. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, in the wintertime, we're not going to be able to gather very much, but maybe in the spring and summer we'll think about changing them to gatherers. I have heard that berries fetch a very high price, so that might be a good idea. We need to make sure they actually start working, so I've tried to do some research on this. I saw a comment in the last episode that had some upvotes that said that you had to like choose exactly which animals they should hunt, and you had to provide them with you know, tools and weapons. You don't have to do that. I looked that up. That's not the case. I'm not sure how to do it. I think they just do it on their own, but I think you just got to give them time. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're going to put all that stuff in the hunting lodge, you know, storage bin or what, but it's looking pretty good. So since springtime is coming, I'm thinking our biggest thing is we're going to want to start setting up fields and just make sure we're good to plant. I think it's going to be a fantastic opportunity to make some money if we get some you know, crops planted and harvested quickly throughout this next year. Now, the problem is they actually just did a new update where you can no longer punch trees to get rid of them. For birch stumps, you need a shovel, which we need to buy. It's actually in our technology, so we have to buy it here, but then we also have to build a workshop to be able to craft it, so we can't do that yet. We have max 8 out of 8 buildings currently, so we got to level up our community. But yeah, birch stumps, you need a shovel, and then the bigger ones, the big, like, what is this here? The big maple trees, you actually, I don't think you can get rid of those. I mean, can I, if I just whack this thing with an axe over and over, yeah, that's not gonna do anything. So unfortunately, we gotta wait to actually end up plowing all of this, but I was scouting around, and we have a pretty solid area that starts right about here. So I'm gonna try to set this up. Let's go into crafting, we're gonna go into farming, and we are gonna make a really big field here. We're gonna run it this way. Oh, it's not gonna work there because it's hitting that tree stump. Okay, something like this. I believe 16 by 16 is the biggest field that you can do. So this is the max length, and then it looks like we can go to there. Look at that. That is a big field, my guy. My goodness. All right, so we're gonna get our trusty little hoe out, and we are gonna start grubbing this bad boy up. I just figured we could you know, at least have this part done so that tomorrow we can go buy some seeds and we can start planting these things. Now, this is probably a bit excessive, I'm not gonna lie. You gotta keep in mind, you pay taxes on the size of your field and all kinds of stuff like that. I'm hoping because we're putting it in at the end of the year, we aren't gonna end up paying taxes on it. We probably will, but I mean, we'll survive. We're gonna be all right. I'm not too worried about it. This thing is gonna pay us back tenfold over time, so we're just gonna go ahead and get our little Farmville on right here. It's 15 long and 14 wide, which is, what would that be? 210 slots. So at a you know, 10 price per seed, we're gonna have $2,100. At a 20 price per seed, we're gonna have $4,200, or coin, or whatever you want to call it. We currently have 570, so we're, you know, a little bit short. Technically, we don't have to use it all at once, of course. We probably should have started smaller, if I'm being honest. But this, I mean, it's not a bad thing. We're getting a lot of XP, obviously. We're kind of leveling up with this, so that's kind of good. I mean, it's going to be there. We're going to be fine. Hopefully, the tax implications aren't too bad. We're definitely going to be paying more than $750. We're leveling up our farming, baby. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's kind of exciting. It's going to give us new opportunities. I mean, I think the XP was worth it. Eventually, we're definitely going to want to field this large. I mean, it's just crazy, dude, because you got to think, after our first crop, we're going to have to buy manure for this entire field. Think about what that's going to cost. So we really, I mean, ultimately, we need to start looking into getting animals and stuff, but we need to get our farming level up more before we'll even be able to do that. So, I mean, this is This is all part of it. It's not the you know, most exciting work in the world, but somebody's got to get this job done. We could actually end up, like, inviting another person back to our settlement, and, oh, shoot. Gotta hate it when I lose my hoe. But we could invite somebody back to the settlement, and you can actually have people that'll go out there and plow and plant for you, which is nice. But we don't really have that available to us right now. We need to get a lot more reputation and stuff, so. Somebody's got to do it, and that somebody's going to be me. Not going to lie, this was actually low-key really, really enjoyable. Some of these games, dude, like some of these sims that we do where we're like farming and stuff, I really enjoy it. I just really enjoy running around, clicking and stuff. Look at that, the final one. And that, my friends, is our brand new 210 slot field ready to go. Dude, that is insane. All right, so I'm going to go back. We need to get a little bit of food and water and stuff in our system. I'm thinking, I mean, it's currently about, I don't know, what is that, 9:30, something like that. I'm thinking I'm gonna go closer to town, and I'm gonna start cutting down tons of trees and making as many spears as I can. And then tomorrow morning, I'll just leave them dotted all around the road, and we're gonna go pick all of them up, and I'm gonna sell them to everyone who looks at me funny. I'm gonna sell a ton of spears, and we're gonna make sure that we, you know, get some money to be able to plant here. So we've got a plan. Would you take a look at this beauty, baby? Welcome back to spring. Look at all the fantastic greenery. Oh my goodness, it feels good to be back. I really enjoyed winter. I thought it was something different. I thought it was fun. We actually lucked out. We didn't have a harsh winter at all. There were no storms or anything that came through, but man, this game truly is really beautiful. Just look at all this. Look at this maple that's sprouting up right here. So we're heading back into town. We're gonna stick to our objective here, our plan that we had. We do have a new mission that popped up, so we've got to pay our taxes, of course. Uni Ghost wants 285 coin. Now, I don't know when that's due by. I'm tempted to try to let that ride for a little bit. I do know if we, hold on, we can go here. Let's take a look at taxes. Taxes are paid in coins. Every spring you'll need to pay taxes to the Castellan in the central village of Gustavia. You charge for your buildings and fields. If you don't pay tax for the last year, the debt increases with interest. All right. So that's, I'm not paying interest. I'm not an interest paying man. So we're gonna go ahead and track this. Where is he at? He's right up here. 30 meters away. Let me just rip the band-aid off. Uni Ghosts, this should cover everything. All right, so we paid our taxes. It's gonna get us some XP, some village, you know, kind of whatever you want to call it, reputation and stuff. Adelina, I'm here to sell you anything you'll take. So I'm gonna sell you 6 hammers here. We're gonna go ahead and do that, and then I've also got some wooden spears I want to sell you at 7 apiece. Looks good, and we're just ooh, actually, let me see what we have. So let's see what we're gonna plant. Planted in spring and collected in autumn. I think there's one you can do that's spring and then summer. Onions are planted in spring and then collected in summer. That would be pretty good. Rye is autumn and spring. And then wheat is spring and autumn or autumn and summer. Interesting. So I'm kind of tempted. We haven't, I mean, I'm thinking we split between onions and rye, to be honest. I feel like that's probably a pretty good call. She's got 200 of each, so she's going to have enough to be able to cover us. I'm thinking that's what we're going to do. But let's just hold out here for a second. I'm not going to buy it yet. I don't want anything taking up my inventory. I'm just going to keep on. We're going to keep making wooden hammers. We're going to make, and actually, we might be better off, I think, selling straight up sticks. I think if you sell sticks, you get a coin a piece, which really isn't that bad. So I'm gonna go back to this forested area, just because there's a lot of trees around there. I don't want to kill the look of our community, but you know, I do want to make some money. So I'm gonna keep you know, making spears out of logs, and then we're gonna sell the sticks individually, and we should be able to make some good money. And on top of that, we're also getting a lot of XP and, like, you know, crafting experience and upgrades and stuff too. So this is good. It's a little bit grindy, but I think overall this is the right move. And then I'm thinking, if we take a look at our, as soon as we're done with this, or I'll cancel it real quick. I'm thinking a big game, hunting deer, wolves, wisents, and bears. I'm thinking we're going to take that on in tomorrow's episode. I feel like that's going to be a really fun one, really intense. I'm going to be scared, there's no doubt about that, but I think that's going to be good. And we're going to craft the bow, which is going to be cool. So what I'm talking about, baby, we just got a new crafting level. Let's take a look at that, see if we've got a new skill we want to use. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade our crafting knowledge to level 3. I mean, this is obviously just kind of a grindy session here. Ooh, we've got lots of feathers falling out of this one. That's nice. Going to be able to use those to be able to make our bows in the next episode. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I realize this probably isn't the most exciting episode in the world, but it's just kind of a part of what we have to do. I do a lot of grinding like this off camera. Felt like sometimes it kind of makes a little bit of sense just to keep you guys updated. I think once we start seeing that you know, farm coming together and we have a bunch of crops planted, that's gonna be fun. So we'll see what happens. It's just a part of it, you know? Like, you're out here in medieval times. It's not like every day is gonna be super exciting. Sometimes we gotta put in that work. So that's exactly what we're doing right here. I feel so bad, dude. I don't think she can move anymore. She's at 78 out of 50 kgs here because we've sold her. She's currently holding on to 97 sticks, a bunch of stone knives, wooden spears, hammers, and stuff. I don't know why she's continuing to buy from me, but she is. So we'll take it. Just gonna sell her 39 more sticks there. She's got $377 left. I'm gonna go until she has no more money, and then we're gonna go over to the other shopkeeper in town, and we're gonna do the same thing to her. So it's gonna be good. We're getting paid. Mommy, why are we just standing out here in the sun? Because she's a glutton for punishment. She just keeps buying everything that I sell her. 10 more spears, here you go, and I think I have a couple of sticks. There you go. All right, she's down to $300. She's literally paralyzed. Like, you imagine what this would look like? She's holding like 600 sticks and a bunch of spears, and there's just a pile of them on top of her. I don't feel bad at all. We got to get our money. Speaking of which, what are we at? $984. So again, we need $2,100. We're nearing the halfway point if we wanted to fully fill out that field of ours. Okay, so she's got $31 left. I think that's gonna be a wrap. We've got $1,254, which is solid. So I'm gonna say let's buy the onion seed because I know we have direct need for that. So we're gonna purchase what I say. There was 210. So we're gonna purchase 105 onion seed. Do we want to buy the rye or do we want to be? So what? Rye is a crafting and cooking resource. I guess I'm down. Let's do it. So we can buy up to 20. I'm gonna buy 20 for now, and that's gonna take us down to 4 coin. All right, sounds good to me. I'm gonna see you later. So we're gonna need, 85 more rye to be able to fill out our field. But I'm feeling pretty good about this, man. This is gonna be fun. So we're gonna head back home. Obviously, it's nighttime. Obviously, we can't really see a lot. I'm gonna plant as much as I can. Then we're gonna kind of redo the same thing tomorrow, I guess. And it's just gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to having this completely done. We also need to harvest the stuff that we had planted from last year, from last summer, I believe. Last autumn. It was last autumn that we planted. So we're definitely gonna do that. We'll do that in the daytime when we can actually see it. So I'll see you guys there. So guys, we've run into a bit of an issue here, all right? Now, there's a couple of different issues. I mean, you got to keep in mind, this is our first time ever really trying to farm, and we're trying to figure it out. I mean, we've planted like, 15 crops in the past, so this is our first time doing it big. You actually need to do manure on every plot, even if it's brand new. I thought you could just plant something. Could you be quiet, please? You're kind of interrupting this monologue here. I thought if the ground was fresh, you could plant in it. Obviously, the plants take up the nutrients, and then you'd have to put the manure back. That's not the case. Every time you plant, you need to put manure first. So now we need to buy manure on top of all the seeds we wanted to buy. The other thing is our wheat that's ready for harvest. You need a scythe to be able to harvest it, all right? And I mean, obviously, we're in like the second day of spring here, so we're running out of time. I know Unigos will sell us a scythe, but he's going to sell it to us for 600 coin. So now, we need manure, we need more seed, and we need a scythe, which is all going to cost a ton of money that we don't have and we hardly have any time. But your boy has a plan, all right? So we need to look around here. If you guys remember, when we were in need of a bag that costs 80 coin, we stole it off of a table. We stole this bag very early on. This here is an iron hoe. Now that is going to have a lot of value right there. We might have to come back at nighttime and take that bad boy. We've got a torch there. I'm just gonna casually look around and see what people have. I'm hoping, you know, somewhere someone's gonna have something. Let's take a look at more of the tables and stuff out front. So this is Unighost's house here. I don't really want to look in the chests during the daytime. We could at night. I mean, nobody's home right here, so let me take a look. Yeah, he doesn't have anything in there. He's got a simple torch. He's got an iron knife there. Dude, we're gonna have to come back. We're gonna go ham. Let me check at his little goose lodge thing here. Okay. So I'm not seeing exactly what we need yet. Ooh, there's a shovel here which we could use. We were just talking about that. Anybody in here? I'm gonna take a look. There's a shoot, dude. I'm not seeing anything. I'm looking. I mean, maybe. You know, like, I hate looking at end people's stuff. That makes me feel bad. Are there any fields or anything out here? Like we might, I know sometimes they'll have crops growing, so maybe there'll be like a little shed or a barn or something we can look in. I know we've done in the past. Ooh, what about up here? Ooh, what about up here? Hold on a second. There's a couple, oh, dude, okay. We might, so they've got hose over here. Hose we can make. Scythes we aren't even close to being able to make by ourselves yet. So let me go in here and look. Nothing in there. Okay, hold on a second. We're gonna go check this second one. Oh, yes! I'm pretty sure that's wheat right there. You have to use a scythe. He's got a scythe in his hand. Hold on a second. Make sure nobody can see us. Nothing in here. I'm wondering if somebody's out using the scythe and then maybe like at night they're gonna put it back in the thing or something. I feel bad taking it, but I mean, you boys gotta eat. We're out here, we gotta live. So here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that if you plow a field, a couple days later that field is gonna become unplowed? Oh my goodness, dude. So all the plowing that we did at the very start of this episode, we went through and like pre-plowed this entire thing. All of that work is down for nothing, dude. Are you kidding me right now? This is so ridiculous. So now what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go through. We're gonna have to put the manure down, which is what we're kind of planning on doing. But now we gotta replow the whole thing. So like I said, hey, we leveled up though. So at least that's good news. I guess that's, I mean, technically that's kind of a way of boosting a little bit. You know what I mean? Like we're getting some extra farming experience for having to do it twice, but we also don't get rewarded for our work. I mean, we're not making any money, we're not getting any crops. It's only doing XP, so I wouldn't say that's worth it. Dude, this is it's been an interesting run. It's been a tough episode. We've made a few mistakes. We're gonna try to work with it. I'm definitely gonna be going back to town and seeing if we can take somebody's scythe, but it just makes me respect like how hard it would be back in the day if this was actually like your job, if you were trying to farm. Like think about if you didn't get enough water during that season, or you got too much water, or a weird freak bad bug came through and ate all of your plants or something. Like all the effort and the blood and sweat and tears that goes into it, and how you're kind of at the whim of Mother Nature. It's not like the current days where you have everything under control, and we had pesticides and we had all that other stuff. Like this was just very, very generic farming back in the day, and it was not easy. So hopefully with time we aren't gonna have to do this anymore. Dude, I can hardly even see the field. I know you guys probably can't see. I don't even have a torch on me anymore. I'm trying to look for the non-plowed sections. Dude, I'm blind. We need a torch. Oh shoot, dude. Our torch is, there it is, right there. All right. Whew. Now we're gonna have to equip this. Let's put this torch on our F. There it is. So these are all of our tools on the floor. I'm actually, you know what? It's probably about time to go out. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop the hoe that we have here, the 2 axes that we have here. The bag isn't really costing us anything. We have a couple logs we could probably get rid of. Let's go back into town. We're gonna try to go on a stealth mission here, and we're gonna see if we can find ourselves a scythe. If not, we're gonna take like the iron knife and everything else. So, like I said, I feel bad, but we're just trying to live out here. You boys try to make a living, and we're gonna end up selling all of our crops and everything back to everyone anyway. So they're just gonna have to thank us later. You know what I mean? I'm trying to not use our torch as much as I can. When you're out here amongst the stars, it's a little bit easier to see. But yeah, man, so we're gonna go through, we're gonna have 125 plants planted by the end of this, which was no easy task, that's for sure. I definitely had some issues in this one, but we learned it. We're gonna learn from it, and we're gonna make sure that in the future we don't repeat those mistakes. That's really all you can ask for, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and eat a little bit. We gotta drink a little bit when we get a second, but let's see if we can get real sneaky here and see if we can I don't know, maybe grab something. I'm gonna go get a drink while everybody's going to bed. Dude, we've got the like creepy thief music on right now. This is perfect. Okay, so we do still have people by the fire. It looks like not everyone goes in. So the thing with taking stuff, there's a torch here. I'm actually not gonna take that because we don't really need that. Who had the good stuff? I know Unighost had some good stuff. I feel bad, but I mean, he still kind of owed our uncle before our uncle died, so we're gonna consider this a bit of a repayment. The thing with stealing is that if they see you do it, you get in trouble and it hurts your dynasty rep. If they don't see you do it, why is she looking at us weird? Go inside. Go away. Hey, can you move a little bit? Can you move a little bit? Just keep, yeah, face that way. There you go. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. So as long as nobody's looking at you, oh, this is the torch. As long as nobody's looking at you when you do it, you're good to go. So I think we can go ahead and pocket that real quick. We got the iron knife. Oh, dude, there's a guy kind of coming. That's a little bit scary. There was a, wasn't there a big, like, shoot, now I forget what all we saw. We need a scythe. Nobody's in here? Shoot. I was hoping they were gonna put their tools back at the end of the day. Let me check this one just to be safe. Nothing. Okay. Well, I mean, we got a knife out of our troubles, an iron knife at that, which is pretty good. I know that stuff that you steal you cannot you can't sell or anything like that, so we're just gonna use it. It's gonna be beneficial to us, but it's not exactly what we were looking for. So I actually found it was the iron hoe right here that we were thinking about taking before, but there's no way. We've got guys walking around keeping an eye on everything, and then she's just chilling by the fire. Like, I mean, that's an eyesight of her. We can't even ask her to leave. All right. So, I mean, it would have been nice to have. Maybe at some point we'll go back and grab it. Really, I was mainly focused on getting the thing that we can't get, which is the scythe. I mean, technically we can't get anything iron yet either because we don't have access to iron, but we can get by without it. Really, I only wanted to take something if it was something that we desperately needed. So I'm going to go back to the crib. We're going to plant things out. I mean, you know, it's all right. We're going to be fine. We're going to find a way to make 600 coin by tomorrow to be able to buy the scythe off of Unighost. Otherwise, we're just going to have to let that crop go to waste, which is a little unfortunate, but it's also part of the game. Like I said, I mean, farming was not easy back in the day, so we're gonna take these lessons, we're gonna roll with the punches, and we're gonna do our thing. I can't even make this up. I think I bought the wrong grain all the way back. We bought the onion that works, obviously, but we bought rye. I think we were supposed to buy the other one, because rye, you don't put it in the ground until autumn. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be all right. We've got cabbage speed. Cabbage seed can be planted in the spring, so I'm gonna grab 7 of these. We're gonna put cabbage down, and we're gonna put the last of our onion down. We had a few onions left over from the last time we planted onions, so we're gonna be fine. It has been rough, partially because I'm not paying attention, partially because we were just learning, you know, what we had to do. So that makes it a little bit tougher. But we've got almost everything good to go. So I'm gonna say let's start with cabbage here. I feel like the cabbage is really good, just because we can make those super easy recipes. So I'm gonna put cabbage down. We've got 7 cabbage seed left over from when we bought it in our first year. So we're gonna put down 7 cabbage seed, and then with the rest of our hoed and manured plots, we're gonna throw down the rest of our onion, which I think going forward, like when we collect our onions, we're gonna get more onion seeds, so we won't have to buy onion seeds again. So eventually this should all be on rotation, and it should just all work for us. Now, the good news is because we had to keep, you know, replowing and redoing all of this, we've leveled up our farming like 2 or 3 times. We now have the ability for chicken coops, so we're gonna be able to put a chicken coop in and start our animal husbandry, which is gonna be fun. Obviously, next episode we're gonna be taking on our hunting challenge to kill a boar, deer, wolves, wisents, and stuff. But yeah, I mean, there you guys have it. That's our new farm, baby. It took a lot. I mean, we almost filled it out. We're definitely well over halfway. We have this section over here that still could use a little bit of work, but I'm thinking maybe we plant something in the fall. Definitely want to plant something that we know how to get out of the ground. So in our next episode, we're gonna have to try to find a scythe. That's gonna be a big deal. I don't even know if we're gonna have enough time, dude. It's already, what time is it? 8:34 a.m. We might be able to. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to do some research and see if there's any locations you can definitely grab them from. But we might be out a few, you know, seeds on that one, which is not the end of the world. But overall, that was pretty solid. I'm super happy with how that turned out. We have a massive farm now that we're going to be able to grow crops to be able to not only feed our people, but also sell and make a little bit of money, which is obviously very, very welcome. And, I mean, we're starting to get there. Like I said, the goal is to just get it to the point where it's all, you know, it flows by itself. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to touch it. We just have, you know, food and money and all kinds of stuff coming in at all times. So hopefully we can have that continue. I'm going to cut down a few trees here. We are getting a little bit low on our wood. So I'm going to make sure we have wood so people can keep warm. It is almost summer, so I would assume we're probably not going to be going through too much wood, but better to be safe than sorry. So I'm going to see you guys in our next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching again. Like I said, I know this was kind of a grindy one, but that's, I mean, it's part of the game. We got to grind. I'm going to do a lot of grinding off screen throughout time, but I thought it'd be fun to include you guys in this one, since it's us building our first farm, and it ended up being a bit more of a fiasco than I was expecting. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you all later. Peace out.